Hey friends, today we're going to do a quick video to show you how you can calculate your own personal carbon footprint from your house. There are a lot of different calculators online. Some are extremely detailed and others are more basic and visual, like the one I've picked out today, the Global Footprint Network. This one doesn't get quite as detailed as some of them, but it gets the point across and is more visual, so it's perfect for YouTube. I'm going to show you my personal carbon footprint and show you that I'm not perfect, even though I have a climate change channel, and then show you what it would look like if I was perfect. We'll run through both of those. I'll go ahead and put the link to this in the description so you can just click on it and get started. How many planets do we need if everybody lives like you? That's what this calculator is asking. First question is food. How often do you eat animal-based products? I'm going to be completely honest. I have a climate change channel, so I'm going to try to start shifting to be vegan, or at least vegetarian, or pretty close to vegan if I can get there over time. So I'm just going to be honest where I'm at right now as of October 30th, 2020. This slider here, you can go from never to very often, meat daily, often, just a few times a week, occasionally, infrequently, or never if you're a vegan. I'm teetering on very often. I'm eating a lot of chicken. I'm currently on a diet to lose some weight that I've been on for a while, and that involves a lot of protein, and I know, you can get protein through other methods that's not meat. Anyway, so I've lost 30 pounds and I'm trying to lose another 25 or so. So right now I'm going to put it right here on often, teetering on very often. You can click this option, add details to improve accuracy. Let's go ahead and click that. All right, beef or lamb. It is not never, but it's pretty rare. I'm going to put it right there. Poultry, I'm going to keep it here nearly every day. I would say I'm right here. Right there. And I'm right around there. Eggs, cheese, and or dairy, I'm going to be honest. I'm like right there. All right, let's save that. All right, staying on food. How much of the food that you eat is unprocessed, unpackaged, or locally grown? It hovers on what the average is. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I am pretty average when it comes to all this. I'm pretty good at staying local with food though, so I'm going to go ahead and increase that to 50. Next, housing. Which housing type best describes your home? It's already picked on my option. I live in a row house in Old North, St. Louis, right next to downtown, in a house that was built in 1861. What material is your house constructed with? Mine is brick and concrete. How many people live in your household? 2. You can go all the way up to 10. And what's the size of your home? You can go all the way down to 50 square feet for a teeny tiny house, or wow, all the way up to 15,000 square feet. Holy crap. I think that it's close to 2,400. Do you have electricity in your home? Yes. How energy efficient is your home? If you don't know exactly what they're asking there, click on this little eye. So you can go all the way down to the bottom where it says very inefficient, poor installation, few LED lamps, heating, cooling. So that is not my household. You can go to below average, which is inefficient lighting, standard appliances. It's also not me. Average is modern appliances, climate controls. Then you jump up to above average where it says well insulated, efficient lighting and appliances, careful use. Up to efficiency-centered design, passive heating and cooling, advanced temperature control and ventilation, low electricity use. I am not currently at efficiency-centered design, but I am going to get there. So I am at above average. So it's very well insulated. All the lighting in here is energy efficient. All the appliances are energy efficient. And then we brought in an energy efficient washer and dryer that we already had. Next. What percentage of your home's electricity comes from renewable sources? So before you take this all the way down to 0, if you don't have solar panels or anything, click on the information. It says about 14% of global primary energy consumption came from renewable hydro and nuclear in 2016. So I'm going to just stay on the average because some of the electricity coming from the grid might have been from some of these renewables that it was talking about. So I'm just going to stay on the average right there. Compared to your neighbors, how much trash do you generate? So let's go into the details again. I'm just going to stick with what our normal life was like before the dumpster fire that is 2020. We are teetering right here from average and not much. I'm just going to go to average. What comes closest to your annual new household furnishing purchases? We're teetering on average to not much. I'm going to click on average. How often do you purchase new household appliances? All the stuff in our house is already energy efficient, so I'm not replacing them until they break down. Electronics or gadgets? I am right here in between often and occasionally, and the only reason I'm nearing often is because I have bought a lot of gadgets over the years for the camera work that I've done, so I'm hovering right there. Books, magazines, and newspapers. Bree is a huge bookworm, but she has a Kindle, and she buys most of her books on her Kindle. I would say we are right there. Very infrequent. All the news that I read is online. How much paper do you recycle? All. Every time that I can, I recycle everything that I can. Same with plastic, and go all the way to all. Save. Transportation. How far do you travel by car or motorcycle each week? Again, I'm just going to go ahead and keep this on the average. I'm barely driving anywhere right now, but let's just keep it average. What's the average fuel economy of the vehicles that you use most often? My old car got 26 miles per gallon, and my new pre-owned that I have, a pre-owned Hyundai Ioniq, gets 59 miles per gallon. So let's go ahead and right there. Next, when you travel by car, how often do you carpool? 60 to 50. How far do you travel on public transportation each week? 0. I'm going to be honest. I'm not great with that. But I have a car, so if I do need to travel somewhere, I have an energy efficient car now, and I use that. How many hours do you fly each year? It has the average on 6. I would say that's about right. I'm going to lower it to 5. Take about one vacation a year, and it averages probably about 4 to 5 hours on a plane. All right, and then here's the big reveal. If everyone lived like you, we would need 2.6 Earths. So if everyone lived like me, we would need a little over 2.5 Earths, and I like to consider myself eco-friendly. I know that I am not perfect by any means, but I will be getting there. And I also know that having a climate change YouTube channel helps with that. I can't input that X factor into this. So when you click on that, you can see how you compare to the average number of Earths per country. So in the US, this means I'm actually twice as eco-friendly as the average, because in the US, the average number of Earths for a household is 5. That is a lot. And then it shows you Germany, China, South Africa, and Brazil. Brazil is less than 2. So we would need 3 more Earths per person in the US than what Brazil needs. See the details. Results part 2. It shows you by land type, which is really cool. It goes to consumption energy. So goods actually is the majority of where my consumption is coming from. Currently, there are 1.7 global hectares available per person on the planet. And it says that if everyone lived like me, we would need 4.4, not 1.7. My carbon footprint is 56% of my total ecological footprint. So anyway, yeah, that is to show you that I have a climate change YouTube channel, and I am not perfect. We would still need 2.6 Earths if everyone lived like me and my wife. I'm going to retake the quiz, and I'm going to pretend like I'm perfect on everything. So, how often do you eat animal-based products? Never. Vegan. How much of the food that you eat is unprocessed, unpackaged, or locally grown? All. Which housing type best describes your home? Let's just say freestanding running water. Let's say wood. Just to be more realistic for the majority of people, but still something that's eco-friendly. How many people live in your household? 2. What is the size of your home? Let's go all the way down to a tiny home. 105 square feet. That is pretty small. Do you have electricity in your home? Yes. I'm just going to say yes because I would say the majority of people have electricity. How energy efficient is your home? Very. Let's put that all the way to the right. What percentage of your home's electricity comes from renewable resources? Say all of it. Compared to your neighbors, how much trash do you generate? Let's say much less. How far do you travel? Say we don't travel at all. let's say our cars, if we do travel, are the most efficient in the entire universe. When you travel, how often do you carpool? Always. How far do you travel on public transportation each week? I'm just going to put it on 0. How many hours do you fly each year? Let's put it on 0. All right. So if I put myself as being perfect on everything, my personal Earth overshoot day is now November 20th instead of May. November 20th, 2022. And hooray! If everyone lived like you, there'd be no overshoot day. We would only need zero point 0.3 Earths. So we went from 2.6 Earths, where me and my wife are at currently, to zero point 0.3. That would be where I would love to be at one day. So I'm going to strive to have zero point 0.3 Earths. So yeah, anyway, that's it. I'll put the link up to this calculator in the description so you can take the quiz yourself. Go ahead and comment and let me know what you get and what your goals are to get. And also, like I said, this is just one of a lot of different calculators out there to see what your carbon footprint is. So go ahead and browse around, see what else there are. There's some really detailed ones where you can get into how much you spend on all of your bills and utilities, and I mean, it can get really in depth. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you at the next video. Bye.